At the United Nations today in Geneva, the Human Rights Council held its 38th special session, focusing urgently on the rapidly deteriorating human rights situation in and around El Fasher in Sudan's North Darfur. The session concluded with the adoption, without a vote, of a strongly worded resolution calling for an immediate inquiry into alleged atrocities committed during the latest phase of the conflict. Resolution S-38/1, adopted as orally revised, requests the Independent International Fact-Finding Mission for the Sudan to conduct an urgent investigation into reports of mass killings, torture, ethnically motivated executions, and the widespread use of sexual and gender-based violence as a weapon of war, atrocities attributed to the Rapid Support Forces and associated fighters following their assault on El Fasher. The Council also mandated the identification of individuals responsible for these violations, paving the way for future accountability measures.
But they were not prevented. They constitute the gravest of crimes.
Opening the session, UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, delivered a stark assessment, calling the situation foreseen and preventable, but not prevented. He detailed testimonies of mass civilian killings, targeted executions, and gang rapes since the Rapid Support Forces overran El Fasher. Turk urged the international community to stand against these atrocities, ensure immediate humanitarian access, and push all parties toward peace negotiations and a transition to inclusive civilian rule. Also addressing the Council, Adama Dieng, the African Union's Special Envoy on Genocide Prevention, demanded an immediate halt to the flow of weapons into Sudan. Warning that foreign interference was fueling identity-based targeting, he urged coordinated global action to prevent further atrocities. Speaking for the Human Rights Council's special procedures, Surya Deva highlighted the long-standing warnings about displacement, mass violence, and catastrophic civilian suffering, urging all states to use every available means to halt the bloodshed. Mona Rishmawi, from the fact-finding mission, described El Fasher as now a crime scene, saying the atrocities were the direct result of decades of impunity. She warned that those who funded or armed this violence have both the power and the duty to stop it. Civil society testimony was equally harrowing. Nimat Ahmadib, president of the Darfur Women Action Group, described massacres and unspeakable suffering, insisting that the international community must not allow the unfolding events to be ignored or minimized. Responding as the concerned country, Sudan's permanent representative, Hassan Hamid Hassan, said the Rapid Support Forces are a criminal, terrorist militia, accusing the group, and countries allegedly supporting it, of laying siege to El Fasher for more than a year, culminating in the atrocities now documented. Throughout the debate, numerous states expressed shock at videos and reports emerging from El Fasher, calling for full accountability through both the fact-finding mission and the International Criminal Court. Some cautioned, however, against external interference that could further destabilize the region, emphasizing respect for Sudan's sovereignty. The United Arab Emirates and Chad later took the floor in right of reply, each rejecting accusations related to support for the Rapid Support Forces under the newly adopted resolution. The Office of the High Commissioner will deliver an oral update before the Council's 60th session. The fact-finding mission's full report will follow at that session, alongside an enhanced interactive dialogue involving the High Commissioner and the designated expert on Sudan. With El Fasher now symbolizing one of the gravest human rights emergencies of the Sudan conflict, today's session marks a decisive and urgent call for accountability. Whether this translates into relief for civilians on the ground will depend on swift international action in the weeks ahead.